Okay, today I want to spend some few minutes and we talk about one factor that is important in all aspects of life. Whether you are a student, you are a farmer, you are a parent, you are a driver, you are a leader, you are a manager, in every place this aspect is important, and this one is discipline. It looks that simple until we discuss about discipline. Discipline is a simple word. Without pretending, I know even you are listening to me, and at some point somebody has told you you lack discipline, or maybe you've told somebody you lack discipline. But in most cases, let me ask a question that I know you will not answer me. Just imagine, as ever somebody asks you or tells you that you don't have discipline, most probably there is something you did. You did not follow a rule. There was a way you displayed yourself which was not in accordance to your expectation. That's why you are told you lack discipline. Actually, we are living in a generation where discipline is deteriorating day by day. That's why I always say discipline is a communal thing that all of us need to embrace. It starts when you are young and you copy that behavior when you are old. You continue with it. I'm not old enough, but I can say that as years goes by, when we compare discipline in the years 2000 and now, they are different. Even students in school, I will not finish my talk without talking of students, because they are my daily people. I always spend most of my time with them. But also I came to realize it's not only students that I'm supposed to talk to, but everybody, including you. If first of all, I had seen several definitions of a discipline, but I loved one. There's one that says following of rules, behaving as per the rules. There are very many, but there's one here that says discipline is rule following behavior. Rule following behavior to regulate order, control, and authority. That is what I found it good about the discipline. Before we continue about many things about discipline, the way nowadays we give out discipline, it has been owned. Discipline is always, the first people to give out the discipline are the parents to their children. Then the children will grow without the discipline for their lives, or for the rest of their lives. Now, if a parent fails to instill discipline to their children, if parents fail to be disciplinarian, then their children will never know discipline. It's different from those many other years, and I can attest this. During our time when we were young, everybody who is grown up could discipline you. You are playing while taking care of the livestock. Somebody you've never seen in your life would come and cane you properly, simply because you are playing while you are not keen to look after your father's livestock. Or maybe they have gone to somebody's field to destroy crops, and you're very busy playing. But nowadays, if myself I meet a child 10 years, 6 years, 15 years doing something wrong, then I discipline. I'm telling you, there is a body called children's rights. I will still tell you about this. You will have to go there. That parent will take you to court. Why did you discipline my child without my consent? That is why nowadays, if we compare the discipline of those days and now, we are losing a lot. We are losing a lot. We are really losing a lot. We are living in a generation whereby the discipline has been left for a specific people. We are living in a generation whereby a grown-up person would meet and see a young man, a young lady, a young girl doing something wrong, but you choose to close your eyes. Can I say that the discipline is a communal service or a communal work? Regardless of saying we have children's rights. By the way, if there is a body that has contributed to indiscipline in children, let me not talk about adults because I will still come there. If there is a body that has contributed to indiscipline in those people less than 18 years, it's a body called Children's Rights. I don't know where are those people. I don't know what they are doing there. I don't know whether they know that they are actually ruining and spoiling these children. You try to instill discipline and a child will tell you, it's my right. So I'm wondering, which right are you talking about? Which right does under 18 have, apart from going to school, apart from being fed to you eat, and apart from child labor? Which other right are you talking about? You don't want us to instill discipline in you. And I always say this, the same government that is trying to protect you when you are young is the same government that will jail you when you are above 18 years. There are many parents who have fallen victims of the same. They have decided to say that I'm the only one to discipline my, yet yourself you are not disciplined and you are a parent. You know, sometimes I just wonder. But I say this, as far as discipline is not adding up in this world, in this country, I'm not going to be one of the people that promotes indiscipline. Better be jailed for instilling discipline than to watch with your eyes. I know sometimes it is beyond our age. You just see indiscipline taking order. You find somebody, you just look at that person, you see this person is a young man drinking in a club, and there are old men there just seated without even questioning. Now, that's what I'm saying. It is the difference between now and then. I remember this when I was in class 3, that is it, if I've not forgotten, being sent home to pick my parent because of misbehaving in school. On my way, I met a man. I didn't know even him. I didn't know him. He asked me several questions. Why are you going home while others are in school? Why? You know, several questions. He was so concerned. I'm just trying to relate to nowadays. Can you meet? Let me just ask you, if you are an old person listening to me, can you meet a student going home? Then you get bothered. You ask, why are you going home? Can you meet boys and girls in a place that they are not supposed to be? Then you bother. Then you ask them, what are you doing? Can you correct somebody you don't know on the way? Can you tell them the truth? Can you take them to police station? I've ever done this. I find doing the wrong. Tawashika tu. Tuende kwa police station. Kama mko wengi ndashika moja, atatuambia wengine. Do you bother that? That's now. If you cannot, then let me tell you also, you need to learn about discipline. So this man questioned me a lot. Nasaya amenishika mkono to make sure I will not escape. And of course I could not escape. Because when it comes to discipline, I always pray to God, please teach me how to be disciplined. You know, he told me, let's go back to school, because the school was not far. Tukafika shule, then he was like, don't allow this guy to go home, let's deal with him now. And the teacher explained to that man what I've done. You know, I was beaten, you know, that was discipline. Nowadays you try to beat the child, but for me I beat them. I don't when it comes to discipline, there is no negotiation for that. And if you as a parent come and ask me why, I will also deal with you. We can go and solve this thing in the court of law. But when it comes to discipline, actually we are behind. We are behind, kabisa. You see, I was also trying to see why was there discipline those years. Then I realized that you know, in the society, it was the society to instill discipline, and it's still there, by the way. where we come from, still society, not every place, specific places, it is still the role of the society, the role of those men, the role of those people, the role of the community, to ensure that all the youths, all the young men, even the old men are in discipline. But now when we start personating, making it personal, discipline is personal, we are losing it. We are in the middle of festives, and I saw traffic jam, and the main cause of this traffic jam is lack of discipline. Somebody, baba ya mtu anabeba watoto na bibi yake kwa gari, anaona vizuri, I'm not supposed to overtake from here, I'm not supposed to take this route, and you are still taking, causing jam. Hiyo jam niliona sijui Nakuru ama wapi ama Naivasha. I'm betting 90% is caused by this lack of discipline. Even if this one was said by my colleague called Mr. Otieno, he said that even if we make Kenya, all parts of Kenya to be roads, still there will be traffic jam, simply because we lack discipline. Go to the bank, kalamu imefungiwa usi, ikafungiwa pale. Somebody told me it's not because of lack of discipline. Sometimes we are used to writing, then you go with the pen unknowingly. But also, that unknowingly is lack of discipline, because you know very well I'm supposed to leave this pen here. Because you are used to taking things. Even that one you get used to. Now the bank says enough is enough. Wanaweka kamba, inafungiwa pale. We lack discipline. Why there are traffic police on the road? Because we are not disciplined. Let me use the word we, because we are Kenyans. All of us have no discipline. Nowadays, if you go to every department, whether school, hospital, whether in a factory, I also saw the other day, political parties have a committee that deals with the discipline. Why? Because indiscipline is at the highest order. But let me now come it narrowly. How can we instill discipline to our children? Unakutana, there are things that you just have to, you just wonder how. During our days, even right now, personally, I cannot walk on a place, then you meet a paper, and nearby there's a dustbin. Then I just walk past that paper. You just pick it, put it in the dustbin. But now, we no longer teach our children that thing. Unakutana na mtu mkubwa kabisa, baba ya mtu, mama ya mtu, bibi ya mtu, yani mume wa mtu, yani anafungua biscuit, karatasi anatupa hapo chini na anakula biscuit akienda. And you are with your children, what are you teaching them? That is lack of discipline. All of you need to be placed in class na mfunzo about the discipline. Unafungua sweet, lollipop ama Big Daddy, unaweka inafura hapa na karatasi umetupa pale chini. I swear I've never done that. At unafungua, then you throw it. It's not adding up. Even in schools, I've been to several schools. Mwanafunzi tu anaona tu vizuri ile karatasi, haifai ikue hapa, anaipita kando. Anaipea heshima zake, anaipita kando. Kwa nyumba unakutana na kikombe. This one was somebody saying it yesterday. Unaipea space, unaipea heshima yake. Kupata uchukue kikombe uweke the required place, unaipea heshima zake, unapita kando. Then you wonder now, what kind of a generation are we? You meet with somebody, a boy, shati iko nje. That could have been a mistake. That was punishable, I don't know by what. You just approach your dad, and your shirt is outside, regardless of your age. Even right now, I don't think I can go to my dad without tucking in. I cannot talk while my dad is talking. There are things that you just see. Mwanafunzi, mtoto ama umekutana na mtu kwa huko, and you see huyu hata kama amevaa vile ni mwanafunzi, unamwangalia anaongea ni kama anakuambia mahali sasa niende. That was a big mistake that we could never do during our times. Kwanza unasimama straight, then you listen, you answer when necessary, you talk when necessary. Wajana na inaongea ukiongea, you just receive a slap for nothing. Just keep quiet. When it's your time to talk, talk. And also when it's your time to talk and you're not talking, that is also lack of discipline, which we need to know. I don't know, maybe we are the one who are failing to instill discipline or what. But anyway, we need to find out that. We need to ensure, I don't know who will reach for me, the government. Before you go to a university, can you pass through NYS? A disciplined body, NYS. We make it a compulsory. Before you go to university, before you are enrolled, before you are employed anywhere, before you are given ID or whatever, go through NYS. You will be disciplined. You will know that even if you can remove your shoe without untying the laces. No, the first rule is you untie the laces, then you remove your shoe. See, tunakanyaga na mguu ingine, hiyo mguu ingine. You know, sometimes we wonder what kind of a jet. That's laziness. Mtu anatembea na kifutia viatu chini. It just tells you what kind of a person is that. It's just lack of discipline. And let me tell you, discipline is not a matter of behaving well when you see a teacher, behaving well when you see your parent, behaving well when you see your colleagues, behaving well when there are people around. Discipline is a natural thing in your body. Do the right thing, whether somebody is watching or not. Do the right thing always. That is discipline. As I have said, I want you to join me and say this, that even if there is no discipline, even if discipline is rising day by day, I'm not the reason, I'm not going to be one of the reasons why there is indiscipline. All parents, ensure your children are disciplined. And first of all, be disciplined yourself. Unakutana tu na mzazi anatembea na watoto wake, anapanda a public vehicle, then unaanza kutusiana na conductor. Then you want now to tell your children that you need to be courteous to everybody. How? And you are failed as a parent. You will lack the moral authority to even tell your children, please be disciplined. How now? Yet you are indisciplined yourself. You see? Even in school, we teach them about language that shows discipline. Excuse me. No, there is a language we just use. Even when you are standing close to an older person, please, your standing posture tells us a lot about your discipline. Discipline is not what you've written in your CV. Those are mere lies. Discipline is not what you have in your certificates. Those are mere lies. Discipline is who you are. And because lack of discipline is the order of the day, most farms, most companies, most people, I mean everyone is looking for a disciplined person. It is the virtue that most people are looking for. If you are not disciplined, please, can you acquire discipline? Can you make it within you? Discipline. Even business people, if they don't practice discipline, even the discipline of waking up very early in the morning, you will not make it. You know, I was reading about history, and you know, at some point there were no rules, there were no security, there were no police, there were no what. Why? Because people were disciplined. But when people started harming each other, people started ruining each other's properties, people started not respecting each other, then there was need for rules, there was need for security, there was need for police, and there was need for the court of law, because of people not following what is required. You see what I'm saying? Because there was indiscipline in this country. If I ask you now, how many of you will allow other people to discipline your children? You will not. Oh, you will harm my child. Let your child be harmed. To my children, let them know this. Discipline is not an option in my house. If you feel that you will not follow, you will not work in discipline, and I wish go office your children rights. When the guy now what? But as for me and anybody related to me, discipline is not an option. There are parents, to the extent that even they even fear their children. Mtoto anakosa nyumbani, anapigia mwalimu simu, anaistaki mtoto. So okay, huyu mtoto akikosea mwalimu atapigia nani simu? Some of the things we do while our children are watching, it will affect them forever because they believe in parents more than anybody else. Children believe in what their parents is telling them more than even the teachers. Now, if you decide to ruin your child, can you do it? Yeah. Sisema tu kuna child rights, kuna children rights, to human rights. The same I'm repeating this. The same government that is protecting you from being disciplined is the same government that will jail you for not being disciplined. Anyway, endelea kusema my rights, my children rights, but for those who are listening, please, can you be disciplined? Can you walk with discipline? Can you stand like a disciplined person? Can you manage that family like a disciplined man, a disciplined woman, that their children will look up to be like in future? There are even parents that their children will not embrace because they know my parents are misleading me. Please, even if you are a child and you see that your parents are not disciplined, don't be indisciplined again. Two wrongs will never make right. Can you be disciplined? Let people see discipline in you. Don't wear shoes without brushing it. It tells a lot. Don't. I saw somebody amefungia tai kwa kichwa hivi na anatembea kwa street, kijana ya form 4. Sasa unataka what kind of a citizen are you? That's lack of discipline. During our times, there was no way darkness will arrive before you arrive home. And in fact, where are you coming from? Where had you gone? Hata kama ulikuwa umeenda kusalimia auntie yako, there was times kufika nyumbani by 5 jioni, you are supposed to be home. Nowadays, mtu anafika saa 3 saa 4, mama anasema usimkombanishe, atakasirika. Oh, sijui nini, leave alone kukasirika. I would do anything, hata kama unataka uchinyonge, wewe kufa bwana. But discipline should not be something to discuss. Lack of discipline is not something to negotiate with me. Once I realize that you are indisciplined and you are not ready to be corrected and to learn, it will end between me and you. We will not have any discussion. If you are my student, you will choose somewhere else to go. If you are my friend, then the friendship will end. If you are my brother, you have to behave, whether you like it or not. If you are my parent, you have to behave. We cannot operate with lack of indiscipline. Then why are we humans? When a dog is trained, it will be very disciplined as per how it was trained. But human beings, I don't know what's wrong with human beings. But let's talk about this. Let's just try to have a discipline. Let's embrace discipline. Let's do the right thing. Hata sasa wakati wa sherehe, kwani ni mara ngapi unaona tu mama ya mtu anakata laini? Baba ya mtu mwenye anaitwa baba nyumbani anaona laini, hii laini ni mrefu, nakata na mtoto wake akutoa round anamwangalia. So mtoto anajua, so kama unataka kubanga laini unakata shortcut. We are teaching our generation bad behavior. So let me say this: do not be one of the people. Do not be one of the people promoting indiscipline. Personally, nimejitoa hapo. I am not going to promote indiscipline. Let's promote discipline. Share this video. Thank you.